You run to a life transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's Word with deep insight and power. God bless you.
I got back home on Sunday after service. Dr. David Okweli called my line. 8 a.m., 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. in the night. I was getting ready to go and take my bath. I had my boxers on, and then my toy was already hanging on me. The phone rang. I always leave my WhatsApp data on because he could call anytime using WhatsApp. And this time he's in the US. And then he rings my line, and I pick. And then we begin to talk. That talk lasted 3 hours plus. He will speak. I think he's already getting done with it. He will take off again and continue. Guess what? All the while he was speaking, I was kneeling down. I don't say when I call you should kneel down. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Telling you my culture. Yes, where I am. And now, he wasn't seeing me kneeling down. But you know why I do what I do? So that I don't take some things for granted. It's not because of the man, it's me. Because when you reduce the capacity of a man and bring it below your level, that man can't bless you again. He can't bless you. You take his instructions lightly. It's like if he calls me now in this service. Pastor Prince, where are you? Daddy, I'm in church. I'm in Abakaliki having service. Okay, drop that phone. Now you're going to Abuja to go and take care of something for me. From Abuja, find a way and start coming to the US. It doesn't matter how many of you are here. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You see this thing the way it is. That's how I leave it here. Drop this mic, take my phone, and I'm off. If there's no flight for me to be in Abuja, you see me as from Chipak. I'm moving. But you know there's some you tell that, it's like, I don't think I can make it. You are a fool. Foolishness abounds in your stomach. Like if you see what is proceeding out of you, so I don't think I can make it. And you're feeling good. So I'm not sure I can come. What I do to people like that, I just drop the phone on you. I won't even wait for you to finish and put full stop. I just drop it. And then I just write it somewhere in my, beware of this dog. Because Jesus called the woman a dog. Beware of this dog. They value nothing. Even if you invite them to Astor Rock, they don't know the value of it. Even if you invite them to heaven, they don't know the value of it. You want to break protocol, there are things you must bring down. You must break it out of your life. If you will see doors open, unimaginable doors open up for you. There was something Pastor David told my wife when we went to see before we got married. We were inside his room and we were talking and he was telling us some powerful things. He now said, can't you see that this is the kind of man, this man now you're marrying is a great gift. You see, he chose you from amongst the sheep. He said, do you know he has access to Dominion City, unlimited access? He could pick any lady he wants and marry from Dominion City. And I won't stop him. He has unlimited access. But why didn't he pick from here? Why is it you finally chose from within that ship? He was giving her some counsel. When he said some things he was saying in that direction, I knew he had marked me. You know why I said what I'm saying? I'll tell you why. This man is my father. This is his ministry. If I want to marry a daughter from his church, the appropriate thing is to go and meet him and then talk with him and tell him I found a lady here. I'm in love with this girl. Can I marry her? He won't say no. As long as I'm still his son. But you know, if I was inside Dominion City, it's express. It's not a problem. I'm outside Dominion City, but his son to him. Part of the things I consider, even when I know I could do it, I could marry a lady if I want to marry from this. Part of the thing I considered was this. This is my father's sheep. How will I portray myself if I go and start looking for how this is somebody who is of benefit to him there? How do I look like if I go and take her and say, I want to marry her. Not like it's bad to do it, but you see, I go the extra mile in assessing something. Now this one is marriage. You know why? There are things where you do, you should even fear yourself. You know why I don't have so many friends, like pastor friends? For instance, see now, I don't know how to do it. That's why most times I get invitation, I go to preach for a friend. I finish preaching. You won't see me collecting any number from any member of that church. You will never see me do it. There's something called ethics, etiquette. It's the foundation on which solid men are built. You want to be trusted, and you want to be called back again and again and again to be favored. You want protocols to be broken and broken and broken for your sake again and again. The key is let people find out that in dealing with you, you don't break boundaries. So when I'm invited, for instance, I go and preach in a place, you see me release the power of God, the unction. Sometimes it's even the members of that man that will go behind and begin to private chat me. They start sending me message on Messenger. You know what I do? I call a pastor and I report immediately. Not report for negativity. I report so that I can be held accountable. See, this person is chatting me up and he says your daughter, he says your son. Please, you will never hear I went somewhere to go and preach. And private members of that man were coming to give me seeds and I collect. There was one I invited one time to come and preach somewhere. If you see the way he was collecting my children's number and sending a message to come and give him offering. And they brought the information to me. I said, why are human beings like this? You know, people do such things. The issue, sometimes I ask them, if you are in my shoe now and they do it to you, will you be happy? And they will always say no. Then I now tell them, that thing you know if you do to another person, that person will be angry. That thing you know if somebody do to you, you will not be happy. Don't do it to another person. If you know you can't be proud of it in the public, don't do it. If something in you tells you this thing I'm doing is wrong, but I have to do it, you have to watch it and watch it again. You know why? Because men hold the keys. There's something very shocking. When you betray somebody, when you sell your friend or sell somebody who holds you in trust to another man, there's a way people are. Even the one you are selling him to will not trust you. Like, I sent you yesterday now with him. I said, please follow that bishop. He was going out. If you had gone now maybe to him and start telling him, Bishop, please, can I have your number? I'd like to talk with you after this Saturday. Things I want to tell you. He might give you. You might call him and tell him all the things you want to tell you. He won't trust you as a son. So even if you leave me now and go and join him, he'll be skeptical about you. Because he knows if you did it to me, he's the next. Is somebody hearing wisdom here? This one they will not teach you in classroom. Because sometimes you think you're betraying somebody. What makes you think that the guy is that Judas sold Jesus to trusted him? What makes you think if Judas goes there and says, please, I want you guys to employ me so I can be betraying more men for you? What makes you think they will employ him? They will not. Because they know this is this guy's nature. You put him, you see the way he sold his master. His master. Is it we he will not sell? What makes you think so? I don't know if you watch the kind of movies I watch, for instance. Sometimes somebody comes to give an intel about something on their company or about their master or something. And then after the person finishes giving the information, or maybe he steals some gold, like there was one I watched. They got this guy, paid him, and he stole some gold and brought the gold to the persons who paid him. When they got the gold to him, the guy took the gold and counted, said, is it complete? He said, complete. I actually stole it in the middle of the night. It's complete. He said, so now that I've done the deal, where's my own share of the money? You know what they did? They said, oh wow, Give him his share of the money. Have you not watched movies like that? You helped betray your master and brought it to the person whatever, and they ended up killing you. Have you not watched movies like that? Because if you are not trustworthy with that man you serve, what makes us think we can trust you? Oh, when somebody saw protocols are breaking in my favor, you were thinking I'll come here and be saying, protocols are broken, they are broken, some are broken, shout broken. I'll soon get there. But before I get there, let me break the things holding you inside. To break them. Because every miracle is a product of applied principles. Results are the response or the result of correctly applied principles. Do you know why when Dr. David Obueli fixes meetings, especially around Southeast Nigeria and all that, no matter how terrible the situation around me is, I appear? Because my appearing is a sign of value for his knowledge, value for his wisdom, and value for his authority over my life. Absenting myself from his meetings and all that tells that I don't respect, honor, and value him. Because these things are proof. So no matter how I feel, I show up. When he sees my face, he knows this man is under me. Okay. You get married. Some of those of you are not married. You get married tomorrow. And you call morning devotion in your house. And you come out. One or two of your children come out. And your wife stays in her own room. And is reading her Bible. And doing her own devotion. And everybody has to be out and have corporate devotion. And say, I'm doing my own devotion. Will you say, oh, bless you, madam? I don't, spirit. Is that what you do? You know something is wrong somewhere. How can I be having devotion, corporate devotion, and you are doing your own private thing? You know something is wrong. So sometimes I have a meeting, his meeting is coming up, I cancel my meeting so that I can appear. Because that is what guarantees I'm under submission, and that is my authority. One of the things you must learn is to learn how big men operate. You didn't hear what I said? I said one of the things you must learn is to learn how what? Is to learn how what? Yeah. If you learn it, your life will be simple. Your life will be easy. Your life will be very straight to the point. Straight to the point. Things will not be happening anyhow for you and all that. And she said, yes, Lord. Yet even the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then see the next one. And I said, then Jesus answered and said to her, oh woman. I can imagine how he expressed it. He didn't just say woman. Oh woman. That statement means what kind of a woman is this? What kind of rich woman is this? How can a woman who is not even part of the Israelite have such value system? Have such character? Have such attitude? More than even church people. Oh woman, great is your faith. Let it be to you as you desire. He broke protocols. What he shouldn't do for that woman ordinarily, he finally did it, because there were certain attributes that woman put in motion to break. I'm going to show you the keys in a few minutes. Great is your faith. Let it be done to you, to your desire. And her daughter was healed from that very hour. That very hour healed. You know, she wasn't qualified for the healing by every standard. Why? Because that woman was a Samaritan woman. And then it was not yet time for Jesus to begin to minister to that set of people. His ministry was within the confine of Jerusalem at that time. It was to the Israelites at that time. He had nothing to do with those people. But because of the attitude and the character, the behavior of that woman, protocol broken. Protocol broken. Some things you are asking the Lord to break on your behalf. It's not about prayer first. It's a part for prayer. When you pray, the breakthrough is not coming. Check if it is attitude that needs to be fixed. Check if it is attitude that needs to be worked on. May God help us in Jesus' name. How many of you are really getting something from this teaching? Is he helping you? Because God made man in his image and his, nothing again, chicken up. He now said, let him have dominion. If you fix image, you fix likeness, you would not need some prayer warfare to break through. God didn't say, let them pray to have dominion. He said, once they have image, once they have likeness, they will have dominion. Once they have image, once they have likeness, they will have dominion. Your image is this attitude we are dealing with. Your likeness is the wisdom side of it, the principle side of it. That's why there are many prayer warriors who are not going far. After all shaken and done, their life is still halted where it is. That is why this generation cannot be touched. You can't help. They believe they are wise in their own eyes. They believe they are wise in their own eyes. And as long as you're a man who believes that you are your own eyes, you are not wise. Because wisdom doesn't deal with how you see things. Wisdom deals with how things are created to be. If you just learn them, then obey them. How is this thing created to function? Learn it, obey it. You'll get results. What should I do? What should I not do? Learn it, you get results. Learn it, obey it, you get results. When we get these things right now, you will break protocols in your marriage. I'll show you like 2 case studies. Even in marriage, you can break protocols. Yes, you can break protocols. Most men married more than one wife, not because they wanted to. A woman doesn't know how to break protocol. Most marriages ended up in divorce. The couples don't know how to break protocols by these things. We learn it in church. You'll be getting church victory, growth. You'll be getting breakthrough. The blessing will be on you and all that. Why? Because you have learned and mastered these skills. The first time I invited Pastor David Ogweli to come to church, 2018, he didn't show up. I had a major meeting and billboards everywhere in town. His face was everywhere. The whole place jammed. It was ICC, jammed. People were coming. They expected Pastor David to show up. And Pastor David didn't show up. 2018. He didn't show up. 2016, sorry. 2016. He didn't show up. Do you know the normal thing for me to do? Is this one really my father? Are you sure he's even my father? What nonsense. What rubbish. We finished a 3 days meeting. Anyways, he called me, we got in touch, and he did a video and sent. So I played the video. So, after the meeting, I took an offering and sent to his account. Said, thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you for even allowing me to use your picture to flood my city. Thank you, sir. The thing scattered the man's head. In October that same year, he appears to Abakaliki for International Ministers Conference, Africa and Abakaliki. Another person brought him this time for that program. PFN and camp people brought him. I was part of the planning from day one of the meeting till the day he arrived. The arrival day, I took my Hilux. I drove to Enugu. On our way going, a knot fell out of my tire. I don't know how that happened. Brand new car. But still, I didn't care. I took off with the car like that, got to Enugu, and took him from the airport, straight from the airport to Africa. When he finished ministering, when we got to the hotel before he went to minister, when I came down to open the door for him, he looked at me and nodded his head. I knelt down, he hugged me. We greeted and walked into the room. Waited again, he dressed up and came down. We drove in convoy to the program. Finished 3 days there. In fact, on the third day while he was still ministering, I was sent to Abakaliki to go and check if things were in order at the ICC for his program. And many other things I was doing for him. And I drove back again to Africa. I had services, I left them. Drove back again, then we picked him, drove back to Abakaliki for the Abakaliki version of the program. Now, I did all that. The last day of the program, he called me and impacted me. He gave me 2 mantles, 2 suits, 2 of his suits. 2 mantles. That was the last thing he did, and he said, the future of a boy now is in your hand. He said, I commission you to open up this state to the globe. There are things he said that I can't forget. To the future of this land. Now, take it. I fell under the power of God and I was rolling on the floor. When another man picked the mic to close the service, I got up, noticed he was already leaving. I took my car keys and jumped out or ran like a fool to open the car and drive him back again. This time when he had gotten to his hotel, the government lodge, I pulled out a check of 1 million. And I went, knelt down and gave it to him. He blessed me and then drove. That's how I left town. That same year we had a particular program. Funny enough, that program was in this hall. Encounter retreat. We had encounter, we lodged here for, was it 3 days or 4 days of encounter retreat? I brought some pastors from DC and all that. They came here. One of the DC pastor was speaking here. The way he greeted me was this. He said, I observed your pastor. When he did a program, Pastor David did not come for. That was in August. He said 2 months after that program, Pastor David came to Abakaliki, not for his own program. I observed your pastor, how he went to serve this man and drive him and serve him. I hit my wife and said, this man is wise and will go far. If you were here, you heard him say it here. This man is wise and will go far. I didn't bother Pastor David again about coming. 2018, he was the one that invited himself. And this time, the visitor that have made a loan and preach one day and go, he came with battalions of people. That was in 2018. Now, what was it that I turned on? His attitude. So yesterday we finished the program, for instance, and people are complaining that food didn't get to them. The food that didn't get to you, does it compare to all the guests that came there to pay a blessing to you? Do you know how much we bought to even provide the one we provided? Did government give me any money? Out of resources, this man is building a house, he's building God a house, almost single-handedly. This man burns money. Ask that one sitting there how much that we're even still indebted to her for production of banners and resources and flyers and all that. And I'm the one single-handedly paying. People burnt their life. The hall we use, is it my hall? I paid for it single-handedly. Fuel the gen. So many things that we did. 90% of the sponsoring of that meeting came from my coffers. If not 95. Then what about the knowledge that came from the program? Somebody made himself available to get knowledge in people. At the end of the day, somebody goes to WhatsApp group and begins to fight. He has not even reached home. He's already doing WhatsApp message. And he's talking and quarreling and saying, how can he come? They promised him food. You are a fool. They promised him food. I was in Benin for 7 days. Borrowed money to go and learn. The money was for my feeding and for my accommodation. When I got here, I emptied the money, buying books and buying tapes. Then I slept on the gate for 7 days. And even at that suffering, I went to the man who was in the program. I was telling him, thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity to hear the things I heard here. What is wrong with your generation? You can't go far with that character. Some can go and do diplomatic write-up and put on Facebook or go and put on WhatsApp to pacify you. That's not me. I will tell you the truth raw. Entitlement mentality. How far can you go with that character? That's why no matter what I do, if you like, let money be my account overload. Let gas be my account overload. At the end of the day, when I see people behave like animals, it hurts me. And I'm not the one who is behaving like you. Just seeing that this person also is created in the image and likeness of God like me. It hurts me to see people behave. You can't come back. Look at Jesus. He healed 10 people. 10 people he healed. Out of the 10, only one came back and said, thank you, sir, for this healing. He said, I healed 10 of you. Only one came back. Where are the 9? Where are the 9? Yeah, that guy can be praying somewhere. God, butter my bread. Let my shoe shine. Lord, open my heaven. And he will be shouting all kinds of prayer. And he's still where he is. He doesn't know what is holding him up. You put that kind of voice note on a group. I am in that group. The man you sent it to can recommend you to a governor. You just said careless and reckless. You just dropped a message on a group. You don't even know who is there. I just went to his... When I clicked on this thing, looked at his picture, saved his picture somewhere. Then I took the voice note and transferred it to another document and left it there. Because one day he's going to come up against you. And that day you might just appear before me with a sieve in your hand. And I'll say, do you remember this voice note? Is this your face? How can we be so reckless and we say we want the future? And what is it you're complaining about? And what betide those of you who sympathize with such people? They come around you and sympathize with them. They didn't give us transport. They didn't give us food. They didn't give us all that. And you say, my brother, don't worry. I don't understand why they will do a thing like that. You're also a fool. That means if you are in my shoe and you have such people, will you be proud of them? It's easy to look for the fault. One small fault, you will never find the things that go wrong, that goes right. Somebody burnt his knowledge, burnt his time. Somebody organized a meeting like this. What a heart. You will say, my God, thank God for raising us a man like this. Thank God for raising a church like this. Thank God for what this man is doing. With all the stress, with all the things he's trying to do for the kingdom, this man is still holding on, trying to give everybody a level playing ground. And somebody's annoyance is food. This is the message that guy needs to go and hear. Maybe nobody taught him. I cannot permit him for that one. If nobody did, then you should go and hear this.
For the continuation of this message, please play the next track.